Hello there, my Capricorn collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. The energy with you is like angel energy, or angel wings, or feathers, feather boas. I like that for you. It's rather interesting. So, what's the vibe with you? What's the vibe with you? This could be like artistic. So some of you could get the opportunity. Maybe you're seeing art with wings, or you're looking into angels, or the sort of some of y'all the biblically accurate angels versus the depictions that people are used to. It's got kind of an artist feel to it as well, because you know Banksy's done like what 2 or 3 things over there in London, and every time he does something, someone takes it down so they can sell it. So there's interesting energy when it comes to you, Capricorn. So I don't know if you're the artist, the curator, or the model when it comes to something here. There's the Queen of Cups. There's the Empress energy. Oh my goodness. Some of y'all, if you deal with anybody that wears feathers, sit your fucking ass down. Someone here could get shit on. So that could be something that you kind of pay attention to. Lord have mercy, Capricorn. What the fuck is this? There's the High Priestess energy. Trusting. This is like trusting your intuition, or like some of y'all some superstitions when it comes to something. This is also that energy of like ghost vibes. As in like, you know, no one knows who the artist Banksy is. It's kind of like that energy with you too, Capricorn. Some of y'all be mindful that someone isn't trying to take an idea of yours and turn it into theirs as well. So, I mean, are those Banksys, or are those just like copycats of Banksys? Whatever the hell you're doing here, be sure that someone isn't like trying to copycat your energy. It's a very fertile vibe too, so some of y'all be mindful of that energy as well. You need to trust your instincts on something. Stay the fuck away from anybody that wears fucking feathers. Because if someone's wearing feathers, unless they're doing a show, that's kind of like the first sign that nope. Nope. There's the 5 of Cups. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy with you, Capricorn. There's a 5 of Cups. There's a... So it's choose someone with a little bit more class, and there's the 9 of Wands. So sweet Jesus, there's way too much competition energy around you, Capricorn. So I don't know if this is some of y'all, this could be romantic, some of y'all this could be work related with you. I don't know your life. Some of y'all compartmentalize your life so that way things aren't. Some of you be mindful of your pillow talk as well. Someone could just be wanting to be in your energy just to sort of copycat this vibe with you. Some of y'all could be dealing with someone who is just a player energy. I mean, if someone's wearing feathers, unless they're doing like a show, that's kind of like a big no. So maybe that's like an indicator for you. But damn. Sweet Jesus here, Capricorn. What's this complexity with you? Whatever sort of manipulation on something, I don't feel like it's working. So even if someone is getting readings on you, or someone is cross-watching your readings, something really don't work. Y'all keep coming up with like relationships or partnerships. So obviously you're attracting some attention, whether this is through the work that you do, or some of y'all relationships or partnerships wanting to happen. Some of you, there's a lot of fertile energy here. So if you want the quick and passionate, a lot of you are definitely going to have those opportunities, but be mindful it's a fertile vibe too. So if you're not being aware of your family planning, and you're not sort of taking the precautions you need to on that, masculine and feminine here, someone needs a connection to work with you, or something with that sort of emotional connection. But if someone's trying to figure out a way to sort of affect you or get into your energy, it doesn't work. I feel like you know this energy is a fake. So however this kind of shows up with you, Capricorns, if you're dealing with somebody that has kind of slept their way into opportunities, So all of their exes help them sort of move up in their life. So you could have dealt with somebody who started from nothing, but they've had a lot of really good divorces, or they've had a lot of really good opportunities with exes that allowed them the energy that they're in. If you're dealing with anybody that wears fucking feathers, if they're not doing a show, get the fuck out of there. No one in feathers looks classy. The angel wings vibe, some of y'all, that could be a kink. Definitely a lingerie vibe on this too. So those of you, this is like Victoria's Secret vibes. So damn, there's that star energy. Those of you, if you have like the opportunity to showcase somebody, damn. Some of you are dealing with some really thirsty individuals, but just kind of pay attention to how their exes are, or how they left the last relationships or partnerships that they in. If someone divorces very well, and they've done that more than once, that's kind of like the vibe that they're in. There is a certain subset of people that's a reality in their relationships or partnerships. So if that's your reality, Capricorn, keep that energy in mind. The feathers thing should be a no-no. Unless someone's doing a show, no one needs to be wearing fucking feathers. Some of y'all with the angel wings feathers, so don't let someone come in under the false pretense of being like something that they're not. Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Swords. Whew, they're to the lovers vibe. Sweet Jesus. I feel like this is those of you Capricorns who aren't. I don't want to say you're not looking for love, but you're not desperate enough to just sort of take on anything or anybody. So you probably had a lot of first dates. You probably, if this isn't dating energy, you probably done a lot of interviews. Some of you know that you just attract people because of the attention that you get. So people only want to be in your energy so they could be photographed with you, or they could get an opportunity to be with you. I like the Banksy vibes on this for you, because some of you, if you're like a creative artist, make sure you don't get taken advantage of in that way. Some of you, if you know, this is almost like groupie energy as well. So be mindful of that too. I don't know your life, Capricorn, but some of you, there's decisions you need to make that changes with like the opportunities. As you upgrade, you got to look at things differently. It's a fertile fucking energy too, so be mindful. So you should definitely be making smarter choices when it comes to that. Masculine or feminine, but definitely for my masculines, you should be wearing condoms. There's the Seven of Pentacles. There's the Ten of Cups. And there's the Queen of Swords. Someone's like playing the long game on this. Some of you, it's like that Banksy vibes. I think there's either 2 or 3 in London. And every time they discovered one, people went in and fucking took them down. So it's like, what's the fucking point, right? No one knows who Banksy is. Are those even original Banksys, or are they just someone copycatting what he did? Or what they did? So those of you Capricorns, it's kind of like that energy. Some of you, it loses the fucking point of it too. So, Capricorns, whatever you got going on, especially when it comes to like work or something creative with you. The Banksys work because they showed up in odd places and usually people left them. But now it's more like the art of something, so it kind of loses the whole point of what the fuck he was doing anyway. Or they were doing anyway. So, damn. Those of you, when it comes to your interpersonal connections, do be mindful of that energy. Who's the professional exes? Now, those of you, if a prenup is always like a given with your relationships or partnerships, or you understand the dynamics in the relationship or partnership, keep that energy in mind. Those of you, if you're not aware of that, Be mindful if you're dealing with somebody who is. So this is someone that marries for clout. This is someone that gets into relationships or partnerships for clout. This is someone that they go wherever the opportunity is. Stay the fuck away from anybody in feathers. I'm sorry. If they're not doing a show, nobody needs to be wearing fucking feathers. Mindful of that angel wing energy too. I like the artistic vibe on this. But something loses its point when it just becomes like the name on something. So those of you, if you're being like all impressed by buying something with a name attached to it or a logo emblazoned on it because you think it like makes something like special or different, you kind of just become the walking billboard. What's between the Lover's energy? Between the Lover's energy and the Nine of Wands is the fucking Nine of Wands. I love the duality on this with you, though, Capricorns. You got, like, the original, and then you got, like, the copy of something. So, I don't think you have a whole lot of authentic people in your energy, Capricorn. Some of y'all, you kind of know that. Some of you need to make sure that you're paying attention to that so that something isn't working. I mean, what is that energy? How do they know those are original Banksys and not just somebody else? Because Banksy just basically did like stencils and would spray paint it. So is it original? Is it a copy? Some of you be mindful if you're buying things, you're looking at things, that you're actually getting an original and not a copy of something. Some of you, your relationships or partnerships, you want to know how that relationship is going to go. Look at how someone's last relationship went. And the relationship they had before that. And the relationship they had before that. Capricorn, that could be you. How's that relationship going to go? Have you looked at your relationships or partnerships? How do they start? How do they end? How do they start? How do they end? There's like an authenticity to it. And some of y'all, it just gets to the point of it's just like copycat energy, ghosting, catfishing, all that good stuff, Capricorn. Some of you, your relationships or partnerships, you already know how they're going to go because that's like the same in everybody and all their relationships or partnerships. Stay the fuck away from somebody with feathers. That should be your first clue to nope. 4 of Wands there with the 2 of Swords. Be mindful of being or buying something that's overpriced. Make sure that it's worth it and you're just not like a walking billboard for somebody. There's the 8 of Wands. There's the 9 of Swords. There's the King of Wands. Any of you that do like that, this is like tattoo artist energy too. So you know there's tattoo artists that won't do like a copy of another famous tattoo artist and tattoo artists that actually copyright their work. Some of y'all be mindful of that sort of fake-ass energy too. You got like the original version and then you got like the copycat energy. There's something about you maintaining your authenticity that makes it worth the opportunity. So don't downgrade yourself on something. Or don't get taken advantage of when it comes to a situation. How many baby mamas or baby daddies does somebody have? And is there a money amount attached to each one of those opportunities? So you want to know how the relationship is going to go? You can look at all their past relationships or partnerships. There's authenticity on this. Some of you, if you're just buying something to be like a walking logo for somebody, be mindful of that. So you could be looking at marketing something here, Capricorn. I feel like whatever this energy is, it's like all the same. You meet like all the same people. Everyone's in the same sort of vibe. If it is relationships or partnerships and you have prenups, then you kind of know how those relationships or partnerships goes. Most people, if they're lucky, they get 10 years and then they just like trade in for a newer model. It's like that vibe. Those of you, if you're doing modeling or anything dealing with that, stay the fuck away from feathers. Some of y'all, the angel wings, that's kind of like been done to the point. If you're a tattoo artist, some of y'all be mindful of that energy too. I like the artistic vibe on this. But where's the point of being authentic and it just like being like a overly done? I like the Banksy vibe with you. It's kind of interesting that come up. So those of you, it gets to the point of being what the original idea was versus now just becoming a marketing thing. So some of you could be rethinking something, looking at something from a different perspective because the energy is just kind of, it's kind of played out. It's like the same thing. So damn. Definitely a matter of authenticity when it comes to you. Some of you, your relationships or partnerships, you want to know how that's going to go, just look at someone's past. That could be your past, Capricorn. That could be this person's past, right? Because it's kind of like the same thing. It's a fertile energy too, so pay attention to that. Copycat doppelganger energy. Someone keeps tokens of their exes. So if you're dealing with somebody and you kind of know how they date or what they're about, someone like keeps tokens of their exes. So you want to know how their relationships or partnerships are? Just look at everyone that they've had. They're all kind of the same. But someone always gets like a gift or something like that. So some of you, that's kind of like that energy there. There's something so basic about it. It could seem a little classy, but it's still kind of like, kind of skeezy. It's classy, but skeezy. So this would be someone that maybe they have all their engagement rings or wedding rings and they proudly wear them and they can tell you who they're from and everything about it. Or some sort of token piece of jewelry or some sort of token piece of artwork. There is some class on this, so if someone likes something in particular, this could be like bags, this could be shoes, this could be, I don't know, lingerie. Some of y'all, it's artwork, depending upon what you do. But is that your energy, though, Capricorn? Because if you're in this vibe, this is something that you're aware of. So you've been there, done that before. Or if you want to know how the relationship is going to play out, it's going to play out the way all the other ones did. Whether on your side or on their side when it comes to this connection. Sit your ass down and focus on authenticity. Stay the fuck away from anybody in feathers unless they're doing a show. The angel wing thing, if you're thinking about that, that's kind of been overdone. I don't know how you think you're going to make that any different. There's way too much of this. I don't understand all this complexity with you. But what's the original and what's like a fake-ass version? And some of y'all, that's been played out to the point that there's really... It's lost its kind of vibe. If you're a tattoo artist, someone could want you to maybe do a copy of a tattoo of somebody else who's like copyrighted that. So some of y'all be mindful of that energy. You need to change something so that it's not the same. Something has lost its sort of vibe. I mean, they're saying those were Banksy's in London, but were they really? And the fact that as soon as they were put up, people were fucking taking them down. So the whole point of that kind of got lost in translation, right? Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords, yeah. Those of you Capricorns, focus on something new. Keep that authenticity when it comes to something. Quit buying fancy gifts or tokens, because some of you all, that is like classless. So if you like... some of y'all, this could be if you tattoo. You have like tattoos of your exes, or some of you, that's kind of the vibe with this. Something, even if it's classy, still comes across as rather trashy. And yeah, is it classy or is it trashy? Some of y'all, there's not much of a difference between that. There's that Six of Cups. You could be brought in to change an energy or an opportunity, especially if you do like marketing or branding or tattooing or anything like artistic. So if you do like design of any sorts, someone could be wanting you to come in and like change something up. This will probably be a person that always wants to go back to like the cheesy and the generic because there's not much of a difference. Something to do with the branding vibe. There's the Hermit, there's the Six of Wands, and there's the Three of Cups. Fashion design. Take what's yours and leave what's not here, Capricorn. Those of you, if you're like changing something, this is like when the think of your favorite logo, your favorite designer, whatever the fuck that is, and they change their logo. Some of you, it's kind of like that energy, but damn, someone keeps going like the cliche route on something that it really becomes sort of classless. Some of you, the gifts. There could be something rather classless with the gifts. If you want to know how the relationship is going to go, just look at someone's past relationships or partnerships. They're all about the same carbon copy. So if you want to know how it's going to be with you, it's kind of the same. If you're expecting something different, this is like the choice that you make. This is sort of the energy that you're in, so it really shouldn't surprise you. Four of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and there's the Libra vibe. There's something kind of classless about this. It loses its sort of impact on something. That's what makes the difference. So it's like the same old, same old. Some of y'all failed relationships, partnerships. Some of y'all, the drama someone has in all their relationships or partnerships. And now they're trying to figure out a way to kind of take advantage of something here. So don't think you're special. Don't think you're different. If someone has like a... You know how their relationships end because they all end the same way. Someone here is definitely all about the branding of something. So whatever you do artistically, whatever the hell this vibe is, someone is all about the label, the logo. Some of you, if you're dealing with a partner when it comes to this, make sure that your contracts and things like that kind of focus on how this is going to work. Is it an original or is it a fake? Something kind of loses its appeal on this. So some of you, when it comes to the people that you date, you could be realizing how fake those relationships or partnerships are. Whether you date this person or you've dated people like this before, or you're kind of introduced into how this sort of energy works. This is definitely prenup energy. So, you know, people go into the relationship knowing exactly what the vibes are. So be mindful of that when it comes to some of y'all, your relationships or partnerships. You want to know how it's going to go? Look at their past 2 or 3. Because they're not going to deviate from that too fucking much. If you do design, tattoo design, anything dealing with design on something, some of y'all are dealing with somebody who is so, I mean, it's so fucking overdone. It kind of loses its point of being classy. So that could be an interesting conversation you're going to have. Whether you take the opportunity or not is going to be another thing. Someone here, when it comes to a tattoo, if you're a tattoo artist and someone wants you to recreate somebody else's tattoo, there are people that do it, right? But those who have that signature look or that signature tattoo that they do, it isn't going to read the same if somebody else does it. When you're looking at a relationship or partnership, make sure that you look at the connection and how those relationships or partnerships always ended. Someone keeps mementos from their exes, so be mindful of that. You might think that necklace or that ring or something looks really cute, but it's like a collection of their exes. Some of you, however the fuck this is, if someone has like gifts that they like or something in particular, you could see that, all their exes. They can tell you who got what. So you want to know how that relationship is going to go? You already know. There's the World card. You need to look at something from a different perspective. Because it's all done. It's all cliche. It's all sort of blah. Catfishing energy on this. So Capricorn, whatever you're doing, make sure you keep doing it to keep that authenticity when it comes to it. Stay the fuck away from anybody wearing feathers unless they're doing a stage show. I like the angel vibes with you, but even that's kind of been overdone. Maybe someone's going to get angel wings tattooed on them, or someone's looking at something from that sort of angelic viewpoint. Some of y'all look at the biblically accurate angels instead of what the beautiful sort of versions that people are shown. So maybe some of y'all are looking at the biblically accurate angels. Some of y'all could be interested in art or buying anything. If you're buying anything with a logo or branding on it, make sure that it's an original. Because how do you really know if it's an original or not? The Banksy energy there, I like that. No one knows who Banksy is. But damn, are they really Banksys, or is it just someone sort of copycatting that? So that way they can... Whatever the hell, look it up if you haven't seen it. I think there's two or three. One of them was on like a satellite dish. The other one was on a billboard with plywood. They took that shit out. So keep that energy in mind. Something loses its point. From what the original statement was to what the sort of version is now. I feel like this is work-life vibes for you, Capricorn. Those of you accomplished Capricorns. Ooh. Take what's yours, Capricorn. Leave what's not. Complexity to this is pretty simple. I don't think there's a whole lot of anything you need to question. You want to know how those relationships or partnerships are going to go? Look at the person's last 2 or 3. Some of y'all, it's like the same old sort of carbon copy. So if you're around the same people, the same opportunities, the same sort of vibe, where's the difference in that? Those of you, if you do work on the creative vibe, you could be dealing with somebody who wants everything that is so fucking cliche. It's going to absolutely make you rethink whether that's going to be a good connection or not. Stay the fuck away from anyone who wears feathers unless they're doing a show. And what's the originality with something? That's very deep and interesting. Definitely, it's going to be I don't even think it's going to be perplexing. Some of y'all, you're going to see how sort of boring it is. Be mindful of the sort of walking billboard type vibes too. You like that designer, but damn. Head to toe, what is that really showing? Some of you, it's kind of like free advertisement, but it's different between being classy and being trashy. Oh, and who keeps mementos from their exes? So if you want to know how the relationship is going to go, they basically tell you. They show you. There's nothing about that should be surprising or different with you. So if you're kind of used to that, it's something you're going to have to get used to. Or decide that that's not your thing. Good luck. Take what's yours. Leave what's not, Capricorn. That's really like grown up and very intense. A lot of creative energy on that. So Capricorn, stay creative. Take what's yours. Leave what's not. Like, share, subscribe. All that good stuff, Cappies.